so we are back on with the truck. This is the truck. If you haven't seen this, is a full playlist, but I've got a long weekend with a bank holiday and I'm trying my hardest. Don't know if I'll get it done, but I really want to get the truck painted and in colour, and the rear spoiler. We did a video not so long back where we were putting the panels on the back. Put a link up above now where you can go watch that. I am going to stick it on a time lapse and get straight on. This is a camper conversion. This is Shineautomotive. We have tons of stuff on our channel. Feel free to check it out. It's all free content for you to watch. Let's just stick it on a time lapse and get the F on. These and I cut them with the jigsaw. It was loads better, but that's the original edge. So the original edge, I'm just boxing these in because it just looks a bit open. Basically put a thing for a fold in there, so we're going to put a fold in there, secure it up into there and space out some pop rivets and just get some pop rivets in there, and then I'm just going to finish off. You can imagine that's just going to finish that off and make it look loads more better. And it's nice and early on a Saturday morning and it's meant to rain all weekend, and all I want to do is get this bloody truck painted so then I can get on with other projects. But I'm dying to have my own truck painting because when I go racing it just looks horrible in the paddock, and if it was all white it would be alright.
got them done. Got that all sealed up in that side down there. Got them made. So when the cab is shut, it just looks better when you sort of stood there, and then that'll be painted white. I was gonna panel wipe all this off and get this into primer, but the weather's meant to rain, and obviously I was down with the old COVID. It finally got me. Turn that radio off. And last weekend the weather was mint, but I just didn't have enough time to get cracked on as well, because them top corners and that guttering up there, they took ages to do. So what I'm gonna do is jump on with the back end. That sounds so wrong, or if you just got a dirty mind like me, I don't know. Right, we've got the spoiler up the top. I'm going to glue the spoiler in place. I know I haven't run the wires for the lights yet, but I can get the wires run up these edgings, these corners, and I want to, just while the weather's good, get the spoiler mounted on, and then I can work out how I'm going to tie in the corners. I've got an idea in my head. Then do the spoiler off, and then I've got to work out how to get this all made into one. And I'm working around it, so I'm just going to glue it at the top, but I'm not going to glue this bottom bit here, and it just can help me run the wires through there to get to the number plate, because I'm going to move the number plate from the bottom up to the top. So I'm only going to glue the top on and put a few peel rivets on the top on the edge. So I'll stick it on a time lapse. I don't know where I'm going to put the GoPro, and I'll just get cracked on. Heavens opened up when I was doing that, but I got all the top fixed and secure in place, and I got that plank over it, and I've just been up there now, and it's all right. So I'm going to work out what I'm going to do with these corners, and I'm probably going to design them. I'm going to make them out of timber, see what they look like, and then use some fiberglass to mould onto them. I used some timber once upon a time on my rear bumper of my Fiat Punto, if you can find a picture, and that never caused any issues as long as we get it fixed in, and I think that'll help mould it. So I'm just going to stick it on a time lapse and work something out. I don't know how long this will take. Let's just go for it. I don't know how much of this I've time-lapsed, but them little boomerangs, I've called them, that are made out of the wood, they are fully glued in and secure, right? They shouldn't move or crack out. If it's going to crack out, it's going to be on that join there, which I'm thinking of when I got to this stage, like I've done with the front, I'm going to put a little swage line just in there, just like I did at this front part. Can I zoom in and see that bit of swage line? So when the vehicle's painted, I will just put some black sticker flecks just down in that swage line up there. So this one, I've got it shaped in place with the fiberglass. and now I've put some of the GRP flexible filler in there, and I will just keep working the shapes. Can you see the shapes now sort of flowing in? So the spoiler comes around there and it goes off on a taper. It tapers to sort of, not a dagger. I want it to be fairly strong still, but it shapes off down. It's hard to see with that black colour on, and now the night's dropping, but I think that blends in really well, and it ties in everything that we've done with these beautiful folds that run along there. So it's starting to look absolutely mega. I'm really impressed with it, I just can't wait to get the side wrapped, and it's going to look really good. I'm over the moon with it, cannot wait. Right, I'm going to wrap up and we'll be back at it, shaping and whatever with the time lapse. Get the number plate moved up to there. So yeah, that's me, I'm done for tonight. Waffle. Right, so we're going away racing, and I haven't finished the spoiler. The weather has turned bad, but that corner's getting to shape now, and then the number plate will go up there. I just can't remember where we've spoke on this video because it's been done for ages, but I haven't got the marker lights up the top. So I'm going to work out, I bought some marker lights, but I want to have I bought loads of marker lights. You're only meant to have one in that corner, and that one in corner. There's 8 going along there because I think it'll look sick. So I'm going to stick it on a time lapse. Basically, I'm going to get a strip of aluminium that's going to go across the top of there, and I'm going to mount the lights on off the vehicle in the garage, and then tomorrow I will glue it on there and a couple of peel rivets just on the edge of the spoiler and glue it in, and then that'll have to do. But I'm hoping that we get a bit of better weather, because that's had no acidettes, nothing's had any acidettes on now, but I don't have anywhere to keep it indoors, and I'm having to paint it outside, but there's still loads to do. I'm just such a busy person with everything else that we've got on the channel. Waffle. So stick it on a time lapse and we'll work out what we're going to do up there. Right, so basically this is the aluminium strip that I've got, and these are the lights that I bought off Amazon, right? I don't know what they're like, and I'll let you know when we're finished, but there is a link down below to our affiliate link if you like them, where you can buy them, and these come in a pack of 8. There wasn't a lot of money, so basically the aluminium is short, so I will be gluing the lights on like that, and then we've got the wire here that will come out, and then we'll join all the wires up together and then join it in, and then that should look sick. I'm hoping that this is going to be all right, as long as because it's a white facing. If that isn't allowed for testing or out like that, that's getting black duct tape over it or painted black, one of the two. But I thought it's front facing, so it doesn't really matter. Can't see it mattering. So space them out evenly along the back of there, and then this will get mounted onto the spoiler. A couple of pot rivets on the spoiler, but glued as well for water prevention. So I'll crack on with that now. Right, we've spaced them. We haven't used them all because I set off with one in the centre. So that's the spacing, and I think that looks all right. Basically, I've got one spare, haven't I? That's how I'm looking at that one. So I'm going to leave that drying overnight and then join them all together and then chuck them on the wagon with a peel rivet onto the spoiler. Glue, clean both areas, sand, glue, clean both areas with some sandpaper, then degreaser, then some glue, and then glue all on, and then peel rivet, just like that. that we use is a big boy plastic flexi filler. Look at that guy, by Silverhook. Now, we use this filler, and they have a fine filler there, which is really good, and they have this really strong structural filler, which is really, really strong. We use that a lot on the XITT. If you know nothing about the XITT, you need to subscribe to the channel so you know all about our crazy builds that we do. So that's the filler that we've used in the video today. And all these sanding discs and abrasive products as well, we use by a company called Klingspor. These DA discs are fantastic, all the different grades, perfect timing. That was all the different grades that you need for sanding. So that's all the sanding material that we're using in this build. So much time lapsing in this video. This video of getting that truck painted has been over months. I'd probably say 6 or 7 months. And I'm just getting ready now. So this is J-mold, right? And this is a guttering system, same as what's on the top of, there. And what we're doing is running it along that recess there. It'll cover the screw marks up, and also it'll finish it off, and it'll stop the water running down, so you stop getting the streaks. You'll only get it on the end, so it'll be easy to clean. That's the theory. I mean, we don't have any runs that happen above the doors. And we used to have loads above the door, but obviously we've got one above there now, and there'll be one going, when I've got the wires in place for the spoiler, there'll be one going across there as well, tied it in. We're getting there with the spoiler, getting there with everything. Lewis is sanding away, I'm sorting these corners out. We've got a nice big chunky mud flap that's going to go along there, that's going to finish that. And that plate there is what's going to cover the ramps. All the lights are going to come out, all this is going to get ground right back, and then put with some rust cure and some acid etch. But I'm contemplating stone chipping that strip there. I think I'm going to bring, hopefully the mud flap will come right up to that line there, cut around the tow bar, and then we go. So yeah, I've got these double-sided tape from AJ horse boxes, and I've cut it in half, so that's to hold it into place. And then we'll put some sealant in there, which is the Tiger Seal, the U-Pole Tiger Seal. So I'll put a run of Tiger Seal down there. I've done it on the bottom edge, then we can run the finger down to give it a smooth finished edge. But once it's up, I'll probably go along, once it's dry, along it again. We've got all these edges to go along. Like, I've got seal all around the doors and down the sides, pretty much like this, but it's grey because that's all it had. And then we're not far off ready to all the aluminium. Once we've got all this sanded down, all the aluminium is going to get hit with a special primer to stop it oxidizing, which I never did with the door. And we've got some bubbling here, so all this is going to get ground right out if I had to put some filler in. And then we'll get all this painted, and then we'll seam seal all around the door, cut all this, oh I've already cut it off, cut the excess off, and we'll seal all down there, and we'll come back along this again, all the way along, up and around and down and back along to the end, and then go up there. What do you reckon? Oh, it's cold. I've been dying to get this painted, so it's going to finish it off, then we'll get the cab polished up, and then maybe we'll have some stickers on it before the first race of the season. Who knows? Because as soon as the first race is out the way and John's back off holiday, the G-Wagon there is going to John's, and I need this to get it there on the trailer, Sam. Right, I've probably gone through about 4 different haircuts in this video. Time-lapse had died. Lewis has got all that sanded down, and I've got some sealant on them, and I've got that first bit of J-mold on, which is the guttering, and we've got the J-mold up on top of the spoiler there. See that runs along there? And that finishes the spoiler where the spoiler meets, which is pop riveted underneath there. Now that's the first sand down. I need to get some zinc primer on the alloy bits, but I'm running out a bit of a time, so I'm just putting a marker on where Lewis is sanded, because that'll need to be sanded again. But we're not priming the body because that's had plenty of paint over the years. I'll just be blowing round here with the zinc primer, and then that'll all be to sand down, so it'll be like that. Door handles are to come off. That's all sealed up for the arch now, so these handles to come off, and then we'll prime all this bit, and then they can be sanded down, and then this side is ready for paint. Where it's got some corrosion down here, I'm just going to get these right taken back out, clean all this, sealer in there, along there. All this door I'm going to reseal. It hasn't even got any sealer in there. These doors come, but it's always best just get some sealer in there to stop the water ingress. We'll grind this right down, and then we'll put some primer on, and then maybe just a scoop of filler along there. Get sealed, cleaned up, and just put some more sealer in these. This isn't too bad, but I'll go down along there. Yeah, that doesn't need any. And then we'll just go along there with some more sealer and then same again, get some sealer and go all the way up there with the sealer. So I'll carry on putting the guide coat on. It's taking shape and it's starting to look good at the back now with the spoiler, and it's just finished it off. And we see for the sun, look at that, looks so cool, looking good. Grinding all that off steel, getting some rust cure in there. I'm going to do these infill black, then there's something that goes along the bottom of there. So they're going black. I might, well yeah, that'll all go white. I think I was thinking of doing this full section black at the back because it's a hard traffic area, then it can just be touched up if it needs to. I'll make my mind up as I go along. This has been a nightmare sanding down this zinc primer. It's been rolling up, balling up, so we've had to be spraying water on it with a DA to sand it down. But everything now is in the zinc primer and the sun is setting in the sky. All this is done under here. My camera lens is fogging up. All this is done. Plenty on where we've been working with the spoiler. Not so much on the bottom because I'm hoping that it'll stand better without having so much on. All up here along the side. But yeah, we'll stick it on a time lapse tomorrow and get back on with the sanding. It's Easter weekend and I'm trying to get this painted, and then we've got all the truck to sort out, which is just nice to cover it up like that. So there we go, looking dapper. I bet you've had a right laugh watching me trying to put that up in this wind. But it's not due to rain today and it's overcast, which is so much better than having the sun dazzling at you while you're trying to paint that. All these cars that are laid around here are scrap, so we ain't asked about overspray. The only close thing that's up here is a Turbo K and the Cavalry, whatever, and my van over the distance. But there we go. I've got all that masked up. And do you know what? I was thinking I should really mask that up. But do you know what? Do you know how I'm feeling? Is there any point? I'll just let the bloody stuff blow over anyway. You don't see it when the wagon's shut down anyway. You can always just run the machine polisher over it. I'll just run a row of tape down the edge, and then the rest of it I can just run the machine polisher over it if I bother. If I bother, because you don't see that at all. Time's kicking on and I want that in colour, and this is going to be hard work to lay that on nice. I just hope it don't go stripy. Right, here we go, fingers crossed, no runs today. Here we go. No runs, please, no runs. So this is a battle I've got today. I got up nice and early and that's all prepped ready to go. I've just got to mask up along the bottom here, right? And then I can paint that bit. But it's raining. It's bank holiday Monday now, just after Easter. So I'm just winging it out and hoping that this afternoon it's going to dry up and give me enough time to smash that on, because I don't want to. My mate said I could paint it in his corn barn, but then it's a case of unmasking all the wagon all around the other side that's all sheeted up, and then masking it all back up again. So I think this afternoon it's just going to dry out, so I'm just going to hang fire, but I need to have a bit of a tidy up because the top of the yard is all trashed. But there, it's looking good. It's been a long time coming, but I want to get this out the way while I could, so I've done it all over the bank holiday. I would have been able to paint it this morning, but we had to go on a breakdown job, me and Lewis, on Saturday, and Lewis was actually sanding that side down, but then he had to go when we got back. So there we go, just gonna wing it out, and hopefully I think about 3 o'clock this afternoon, it's about 11 now, it's got 30% chance of rain, and then it dies off through the day. So even if I start painting it at 5 or 6, 7, you know, I lose light at about 8 o'clock, so that's enough time to get the colour on. And in all fairness, with it being overcast, it's better because it's not dazzling you with the sunlight bouncing off it, so you can make sure you're getting it on as wet as possible without any dry patches on, which I think I've got the other side and the rest of it pretty good to say it's been painted outside. I'm more than happy with it for a truck. I just can't wait to see it with all the lights back on and all cleaned up, ready to go, and then we can push on and get the inside finished, get the shower done and all bits like that. So yeah, we'll just hang fire. All the walls to go back in as well on the inside, bathroom to sort out, water to plumb up, bit of electrics and get it finished inside. That's what I would like to do. I just don't know if I'm going to get around to getting the ST done this year again. I'm just trying to look at things I really want. I have to. As soon as I've been racing next weekend, it's a big push to get the G-Wagon sorted and get the engine out and get the G-Wagon down to John the Fab Man. We can't say that anymore. Right, raining buckets full. Ellie's just chilling out with me. I don't know where Bella is.
Get dangerous. Get dangerous. Shameless. Chasing. Shameless. Get dangerous. Shameless.
So I'm just painting the recesses now where the lights go, because I think it is better with them being black. Where that panel was rusty before, it looked really cool just being black. So that's why I'm painting it black now. And then I'll take the ramps off, sort out around the ramps, and then we've got that lovely new mud flat to put on, which will just finish off the back end. We don't have to do much work with this corner. Yeah. Just a bit of tape will do and send it. I mean, how good does it look now it's painted? This video, right, has gone over 6 months. 6 months, and we've been racing. We actually finished the race car, but as you notice, there's a roof missing on that race car. We've had a little bit of an issue again, but yeah, I am going to do some full-on cinematics in the next video because we've got some other little bits to finish on the outside. I'm going to put a picture up now of it in the dark with the lights on at the back. It looks sick. Thank you for watching, and we shall see you in the next one. There's loads of videos. See you in the next one. Bye.